Hello, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Again, sorry my voice is still a little scratchy, but everyone's telling me it doesn't sound too bad, so that's good. All right, so today for the 12 Days of Christmas, we're going to do some of my favorite manga that I read this year. Most of these are going to be things that were 5-star reads for me, which honestly, it's super rare for me to give something 5 stars. I'm kind of stingy with my 5 stars. I give out my 3 and 4 pretty easy, but for something to get 5, it has to be really good. Um, so take that with a grain of salt. Like, these are my personal favorites, but I also think that they're really good. All right. I don't know if this is my favorite read of the year, but it is definitely a really good one, and I strongly suggest reading. This is Our Dining Table, Seconds, Please. This I randomly found that they were making this into like a 2-volume part 2. The original is actually right here. The original is Our Dining Table, and I thought originally that it was only going to be a one shot, but they ended up adding the second one. And it's so good. It's so cute. It's so wholesome. And it's just a really good BL read. If you like romance, which I'm guessing that most of you do, since you listen to my podfics, most of you, and I do like all Kiribakyo. I'm thinking that you will really like that one. It is super cute, super wholesome, very like healthy relationship. All right. Another one that I'm not sure. I know that I didn't read this the first time this year, but I've been continuing on with this series this year, and I watched the anime this year, is Sign of Affection. This series is so good. I'm not going to say that it's a new idea because A Silent Voice has been out for a long time, and having anime and manga that have characters that are hard of hearing or deaf is not a new thing. However, I do really like the relationship in this story, and how healthy and respectful they are of that challenge. I think it's done really well. The anime is really good. The manga is really good. And I definitely think it's one that people should read and that not enough people talk about. All right. The next one that I'm going to add into my pile is a little bit of a cheat. Um, So the Raven Boys manga came out this year. I pre-ordered it last year as soon as I saw it drop because this is literally my favorite book series. Um, I have 2 tattoos from this book series. I love this book series so much. So uh, that is a little bit of a cheat for me, but I also think that the book series is really good. The manga was done really well, and if you haven't read it, like, it's an older series, so I definitely think you should either read it or listen to the audiobook because the audiobook is really good, or check out this graphic novel. Technically, it's not a manga, it's a graphic novel, but it's still really good, done really well, and it's also in full color since it's a graphic novel right now. But anyway. Okay. Another series that I don't think I started this year, but I have been continuing on this year, and I'm very happy with how it's going for the most part, is Cherry Magic. I really liked this. I think that mm, I'm not sure if I read the manga or watched the anime first. I honestly cannot tell you. I do like where this story was going in the manga. I liked that it didn't stop after they got married. I just think that is such a good thing. Like, marriage isn't the end all be all. And I like that there was a series that continued after, because so many times in series, as soon as the relationship happens or the marriage happens or whatever, we don't get to find out what happens. And I'm happy that this one continued on with their relationship. And you get to see a lot of the trials and struggles that they have as a married couple. And I really like that. All right, another one that I don't know if I think that I did start this whole series this year. It's really hard to say because a year is such a long time, but that one is The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter. I love this so much. It's like an isekai story with like a very nerdy boy who is an accountant getting sent to another world, and it's a very fantasy esque one. And I'm really looking forward to this anime. I cannot wait for that to come out, but I love the series. I wish they were coming out more quickly, but I understand, all the things. But that series is one I'm pretty sure that I read the whole thing this year and I've enjoyed every single volume. All right. Another one that I've read the whole thing that is available so far this year is Hate Me But Let Me Stay. This is volume 2. I do have volume 1. It's on my Kindle though, and I just figured it would be easier to pick up a physical copy than putting that there. This is an Omegaverse series, and I was a little nervous about going into it. That's why I bought the first one on Kindle. But I absolutely loved the series. It was really good. It was really cute. Sometimes Omegaverse can be um, problematic, and especially with some of the things that happened to the Omega character in this story. I was really scared that it was not going to be healthy or happy for anyone involved. And with the title Hate Me But Let Me Stay, I was even more afraid. But I will say everything that is in there is cute, is good, is happy, is healthy. And I love the two of them. All right, now I'm going to talk about a couple that I don't have because they're either on my Kindle or I checked them out from the library or what have you. The first series, and I'm going to try to put pictures of them so you can see them here. I didn't read the first one this year, but I finished what was available this year is Matcha Made in Heaven. This one is like a series where it is an adult couple and fake dating. So anybody who likes fake dating, that is in here. And I think that it's done really well. The relationship, it's very slow burn, but it's done so well. And the last volume that just came out, it was so good. Another series that I don't have a physical copy of, but I finished it this year. I didn't read the first volume this year, but I finished it this year, and this one is a completed series, is Abe-kun's Got Me Now. This one had been not on hiatus, but the mangaka had a baby and was on maternity leave for a long time, and we were really, really waiting for those last like one or two volumes. And it's finished. It is a high school romance. Um, it is very cute story of like a jock guy and a girl who um, is very determined that she is not going to like the boy, and you know, that doesn't seem to work out for her. I will say I didn't think that I was going to like it from the first volume. The first volume, I think I only gave 3 stars, but I will say it got so much better after that first volume. Um, I was afraid that the guy was going to be really pushy, but he ended up after that first volume. It was so good. I loved the dynamic between the two main characters in that story. And the last one that I'm going to share with you, again, I don't think I read the first one this year, but I know I read some of them this year. And they just came out with their most recent one this year. Although I might have read all of them this year. I'm so lost. I made like a list of things that were my favorite, but I just wrote down series titles, not like which volumes. That is Our Lonely Planet Travel Guide. This story is so cute. I love the two of them. It is another BL series, and they are like traveling the world together. There's so many pictures of food in here, and there are so many pictures of places in here, and they're visiting places that are real. They're showing you like drawings of places that are real, monuments that are in these different places. And the two characters in here are really getting to experience like the culture and the sights, and the idea that some places it's not okay or acceptable to be like an out gay couple. And that's a couple of the things that they struggle with in some of the places that they go to. um and like the whole, I want to say one of the whole premises of the story is that after they take this like world tour together, they're going to get married. And I just think that's so cute. And I love the two main characters in this story. They are adorable. Um, but anyway, those are some of my favorite manga that I read this year, graphic novels that I read this year. I guess I should say graphic novels since there's one graphic novel in there. That in total was, I think, 9. Um, and they're definitely series that I suggest people reading. I might throw in some of these during the underrated ones, but I think I'm going to try to go for ones that I didn't talk about today. But these are definitely series that I think that you should check out. Not enough people talk about, and I think they're amazing. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas. I hope that I will see you tomorrow when I do my favorite novels that I've read this year. And in that video, I'm going to be sharing if they have really good audiobooks that I think you should listen to, and maybe if they have really good sequels or whatever. All right. I'll see you next time.